I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. We are the light, we are the light, we are the light in this world. We are the light, we are the light, we are the light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. We are the light, we are the light, we are the light in this world. We are the light, we are the light, we are the light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. We shine, shine, we shine, shine, we shine, shine, we shine, shine, we shine, we shine, shine, we shine, shine, shine. shine so bright, and I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright, and I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. You are a light, you are a light, you are a light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. We are the light, we are the light, we are the light in this world. We are the light, we are the light, we are the light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright.
Good morning to all you beautiful bright lights out there. Good morning and welcome. My name is Julia Mattis, and I'm a member, a licensed practitioner, and the president of our board of trustees here at Columbia Center for Spiritual Living. And I'm giving my time and talent this morning as your presider. And my pronouns are she, her, and hers. Welcome once again to our Sunday celebration. And we would greatly appreciate it if those of you who are watching us on Facebook would go ahead and share this live stream, or whatever social media platform that you happen to be using this morning, to bring more of us together in spiritual community. Take a few minutes to do that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If this is your first time experiencing the Columbia Center for Spiritual Living, we welcome you and thank you for joining us today. We want you to know that whoever you are and whatever your spiritual path that you're on, you are welcome and celebrated here. There are a variety of ways to connect with our fabulous community and engage with others in spiritual community. We invite you to check out our website calendar at columbiacsl.com/events, or you can email us at info@columbiacsl.com for more information, or call the office at 410-750-8559. And now I get to share with you who we are and what we are up to. Our vision is to contribute to a world that works for everyone. We are a diverse community of belonging and growth. We share the light and joy within ourselves while learning to see it in others. Guided by Spirit, together we build a joyously engaged, inclusive community intent on uplifting and transforming lives. Wow. And as a community, we strive to illuminate the spiritual truth that we all belong to each other, and that calls for us to be inclusive, to embrace and celebrate all of our unique identities, such as all abilities and statuses, ages, all physical characteristics, all gender identities, all national origins, all faiths and spiritual paths, all sexual orientations, and all ethnicities and races, just to name a few. We grow together in classes, in workshops, in service to our shared spiritual community, and just hanging out together. So here's a couple of upcoming opportunities that you should know about. 1926 Science of Mind Study Group. We gather on Zoom every Thursday evening from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time to study the original Science of Mind text written by our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes. This group is offered on a love offering basis with a suggested investment of $10 per group per visit. And don't forget our after chat. Join us on Zoom right after today's service to connect, to share your thoughts, and to ask questions, or just to take a deeper dive in today's service and message, or just to hang out for a little bit. And we come together in spiritual communities on Sunday to celebrate life. So let's get to it, shall we? We have a saying here, singing is like praying twice. So let's begin with a song. This morning we are so blessed to have the one and only Lynn Floyd joining us from Reno, Nevada. Lynn is an American singer-songwriter who connects straight to the heart with his soulful style. Gary's openness to divine inspiration fuels his endless supply of musical ideas and creates his inspirational lyrics. That's the light that shines through his performances. Please join me in welcoming back the one and only Lynn Floyd.
Good morning, Columbia Center for Spiritual Living. Lynn Floyd here with you this morning. I'm so happy to be back. I got a brand new song to share with you this morning that I wrote with my friend Karen Drucker. It's pretty easy to catch on to. Hope you'll sing it with me. It goes like this. We are one. We are in unity. We are a loving, inclusive community. We are grateful. Everyone is welcome here. We spread our love into the world. Sing that again. We are one. We are in unity. We are a loving, inclusive community. We are grateful. Everyone is welcome here. We spread our love into the world. We are one in unity. We are one. We are one. We are one in unity. We are one. We are one. We are one. We are in unity. We are a loving, inclusive community. We are grateful. Everyone is welcome here. We spread our love into the world. We are one in unity. We are one. We are one. We are one in unity. We are one. We are one, we are one, we are in unity. We are a loving, inclusive community. We are grateful, everyone is welcome here. We spread our love into the world. Joy, we spread our joy into the world. Peace, we spread our peace into the world. Back to love, we spread our love into the world. Love you. You sound great.
Oh, thank you, thank you. And yes, we do indeed share our love into the world. I think we found our new theme song. Thank you, Gary. All right, so let's begin shifting our attention inward as we engage in shared spiritual practice. We will have a contemplative reading by Claudia Jaffa, followed by a guided meditation and affirmative prayer by licensed religious science practitioner Reggie Kapp. I invite you to take a deep breath and to release everything that might be distracting you at this moment, and allow yourself to be fully present here and now in this moment where spirit is all there is.
Good morning, everyone. Change, Endings, and Uncertainty. Oh my. By Reverend Dr. Michelle Medrano. Science of Mind magazine, July 24th, 2023. When we begin with a quote from C.S. Lewis. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. And then from Ernest Holmes, The Science of Mind, page 68. Whatever change takes place must take place with this one, but this one must be changeless. For being one and only, it cannot change into anything but itself. It is clear that the world of form is full of constant change. Nature prepares us for this as the seasons and weather change. We see plant life change constantly. Yet we may struggle with endings even still. Endings can cause us to feel unsafe, insecure when things we do not expect to change or ends do so. This is accompanied by uncertainty. When things end and we are not certain what will happen next, there is a great opportunity of trust afoot. It is an opportunity to find trust within us that we can handle this change. It can even be an opportunity to consider that whatever will emerge from this change might be better than it was before. If we can begin to consider that, then this intention becomes part of the mental equivalent that goes with us, and we move forward through the change. I certainly have not liked every change or ending that has happened in my life. Who I became through these endings has helped me feel more grace and have more grit when changes or endings come to my experience. They also have allowed me to touch the changeless presence that is always available to me and to others. We can make the choice to be embraced by the changeless while moving through inevitable changes that occur. We can pray and meditate more. We can listen within more. We can trust more. And all of it is worth it. Today's affirmation, I remain certain that the changeless presence of the divine, as it supports and guides me through any change or ending in my life. And so it is.
And so it is. Let's go within. I invite you to close your eyes and make sure you're comfortable in your space. Take some deep breaths, filling up your entire diaphragm area, and then exhale fully, pushing out all that air. Be ready to receive that next breath. Let's just do that for a few breaths. Just relax. There's no other place to be right in this moment. Be focused on your heart space, on your center. Be open to listening to the divine. And contemplate the affirmation. I know that the divine supports and guides me through any change or ending in my life. I know that the divine supports and guides me through any change or ending in my life. Feel that support. Listen to the guidance. Allow your ego mind to step aside with any thoughts of not being enough, any thoughts of tragedy or discomfort. In this moment, remember that the divine is supporting and guiding you. And in this moment, and in this moment. Know that you are fantastical and brilliant. Believe that you are amazing because you are. You are creative and curious, kind and loving. I know this because I know the divine is expressing as you, as each one of us. You are the most important person in your life. So remember to be kind, forgiving, and encouraging to yourself. We are loved beyond measure, always and in all ways. Let's remember that. As you face changes in your life, be willing to imagine something better and be ready to be amazed at what may happen. Please join me in prayer. Know that there is only one infinite intelligence out of which everything is created. One eternal presence that is ever expanding and ever becoming more of itself. I call it spirit, and I know that it is expressing as each one of us. It is expressing as all there is, as the essence of life, from the farthest stars to the tiniest cells of my body, and in all the spaces in between. There is one. It is spirit. And so I know that we are connected by this spirit power, by love, by the presence of this essence of life. As God is, we are. And so from this connectedness, I speak this word. What I know is that this day is blessed and is a blessing. I know that any change that's happening is happening with the changeless force of the one behind it. And so I take peace and comfort in that. I know that this day is blessed and is a blessing. This service is blessed and is a blessing. I am open to receive the inspiration and the transformation from today's messages and songs. I am so grateful for this community, for this teaching, for this knowing, for this faith. And so I know that as we move through this change and every change that is forthcoming, we do so in grace and with love and with support for each other. For that, I'm grateful. And so I simply let this word go, knowing that there is a greater potential for all of us. That the universe says, yes, this or something greater. We are open and ready to receive. And so with a grateful heart, we simply let it go. We let it be. And so it is.
Wow. And so it is. Thank you to Claudia for that amazing reading, and to Reggie for that beautiful, amazing spiritual practice. Let's continue moving inward with more music from Gary Lynn Floyd.
As time has unfolded me, it has revealed to me life's nothing less than sublime. With every thought I make, every last breath I take, may I be gracious and kind. Love, I invite you to open up this heart of mine. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Kindness wash over me, make me a symphony, play every note you can find. Make me reverberate, gently deactivate, slowly flow out of my mind. Find me a melody, dance and let my anthem be. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong. Cause me to see love over hatred. Guide me to be faithful and strong. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. I will not be shaken. I will not be moved. Love, cover me. May my heart awaken. Tenderness be proved. Love, cover me. Love, cover me. This is your part. It's just one word. It goes like this, simple. Love, 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 love. Sing that with me. Love, 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 love. Beautiful, thank you. Love, I invite you to open up this heart of mine. Love, cover me, light any darkness. Love, cover me, right every wrong, calls me to see love over hatred, guide me to be faithful and strong. Love cover me, love cover me. Sing it with me again, just that one word. Here we go. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. It's beautiful. Now the last line. Love cover me. Sing it with me. Love cover me. Love cover me. Love cover me.
Thank you, Gary Lynn. That was amazing. And now it's time for our speaker. Talking about the standing stones, I give you Rev Rafe.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. And thank you, Gary Lynn Floyd, for our conversation earlier this week and your gift of Love Cover Me as my pre-talk. That really is what we're talking about this morning. The words to that song are so incredibly powerful. Right every wrong. Make me a melody. Find every note in me. That is how we shift this thing of the standing stones. So before we dive in, let's take a breath together. Because what we're really talking about this morning is this seemingly insurmountable conundrum of being in human form and embodying our spiritual essence. Maybe it's just me, but that oftentimes, truthfully more than not, feels like my own personal battleground. That this dance with the infinite in condition is so easy to default to focusing on condition as having its own power. It's so easy to get stuck in this idea, in this experience of standing stones, this immovable object that we experience as life in this physical realm. And yet, our teachings invite us to know that there is something beyond what we experience that is available to us to experience that will completely not only shift our experience of this physical realm, but that will indeed shift the physical realm. And so I want to start with a quote from the Science of Mind text. It's on page 417, paragraph 2. To assert our individuality is to rise above the law of averages into the more highly specialized use of law, which brings freedom rather than bondage, joy in the place of grief, and wholeness instead of sickness. We cannot do this unless we are first willing to judge not according to appearances. In this judging not according to appearances, we are impressing law with a new idea of ourselves, a less limited idea. And we are learning to think independently of any existing circumstance. This is what is meant by entering the absolute. And I'm very conscious of his use of a less limited. And I think perhaps our greatest standing stone is this thing of language and meaning that we have attributed to language, inclusive of history, inclusive even of how we use language in our teachings. Because when we fail to recognize that even our language limits us, we distort the very teachings that we are attempting to live. In the Science of Mind study group, the 1926 study group this past week, we really wrestled with Ernest Holmes' statement that humans, as it's stated exactly in the text, man never creates. He discovers and uses. Wait, what? Right? Because in our teaching, we talk about being creative. And the spiritual us is creative. The human us creates nothing. We didn't create electricity in this human realm. We discovered it and we use it. It already existed. Consciousness created it. We didn't create love. We discover it and we use it. And I think it's incumbent upon us to continuously bring ourselves back to that awareness, to that understanding. I often hear us misuse this idea of creation, especially when something goes what we deem badly in this human realm. I watch us do it with ourselves. I have done it with myself. I watch us do it with each other. That what's in your consciousness that created that? Well, consciousness creates. I think more accurately would be to question, how did my use of consciousness participate in the creation of this? Because there's one consciousness. Every human form, every form period, really, is that one consciousness experiencing itself, involving itself, manifesting itself in form. Form is always changing, and yet the consciousness that is knowing itself as form is changeless. And again, our brains go, wait, what? Right? And so if we can just wrap ourselves around that, we may perhaps on some level always experience this as a bit of a conundrum in this earthly realm, then we can begin to get okay with it. That we can begin to understand our human participation is in the realm of awareness. It is the realm of intention. It is the realm of using consciousness as best we can in alignment with what is alive in the center of our being, with life itself. And how the heck do we do that when we are so surrounded by condition? How do we do that? It becomes a challenge. And I say becomes a challenge as if it hasn't always been a challenge. I think it becomes a challenge the minute we're born into it. And if we could somehow take ourselves back to that curiosity of infancy, to that place within us that was unconditioned awe, if you will, that had no fear because it had no conditioning to be fearful of, that was just intrigued by everything, and to lean into that as a way to explore these concepts, to, as Joseph Campbell says, we must be willing to get rid of the life we've planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. Are we brave enough? Do we have enough belief, enough faith in consciousness, in its existence, in its creative power, to surrender our human plans and release into that unknownness with absolute assurance that it is evolving itself as our life, that nothing in that could possibly go sideways, and that perhaps what drives us sideways is our human agenda, the plans, if you will. And yet, in this human realm, we kind of need to make plans in order to navigate the human realm. And so it's a constant push me, pull me. And then there are other people in our lives, because we don't do this in a vacuum. And all too often we slip into this thinking, this silliness really, that if you would just get your life together, my life would be just fine. Right? It happens because we've identified with the condition that is showing up as the other person. And we've separated ourselves from having a participation in that. And then we go about this idea of trying to move the standing stone, trying to change other people, when the thing that we get to change is us. We get to align our human use of consciousness with consciousness itself. And when we do that, law of attraction takes care of other people. Howard Thurman says it this way in The Inward Journey. And I'm reading this paraphrased as we rather than man. We must be deeply convinced that the contradictions of life which we encounter are not final, that the radical tension between good and evil as we see it and feel it do not have the last word about the meaning of life or the nature of existence, that there is a spirit in us and in the world working always against the thing that destroys and cuts down. Thus, we live wisely and courageously our little life, and those who see the sunlight in our face will drop their tools and follow us. What a beautiful description of the law of attraction in action. That the change that I want, I must become. I believe it was Gandhi that offered us that. And so rather than being stuck trying to move the outward condition, the standing stones, we shift inward and we move the thing that we can move, which is our own thinking, our own use of consciousness. And continuing with Howard Thurman in The Inward Journey, we may not be able to stop and undo the hard old wrongs of the great world outside, but through you and me, no evil shall come, either in the unknown where you are going, or in this imperfect and haunted dimension of awareness through which I move. Thus, between us, we shall cancel all private and personal evil. Thus, arrest private and personal consequences to blind action and reaction. Thus, prevent specifically the general incomprehension and misunderstanding, hatred, and revenge of our time from spreading further. Are we willing to be the change, to stop railing against the standing stone, to stop demanding that what is outside of us changes while refusing to change what is inside of us? I find that to be a double standard, and I have found it to be grossly inadequate. That when I, the individualized I, am willing to take ownership of how I have used consciousness, when I am willing to surrender the idea that I, the little I, the human I, creates, and stand in the creative power within me, in alignment with the creative power within me, I change first. And when I change, how I show up changes. And when how I show up changes, the circumstances in my life change. And when the circumstances in my life change, the circumstances in my circle of life change. And as those change, community changes. And as community changes, towns change, and states change, and countries change, and humanity changes. Perhaps we have it backwards, thinking that if the world will change, then I will change. Perhaps, as much as we talk about it's not all about you, perhaps it really is all about us, the individualized us, and understanding, and then embracing, and then embodying the power that we each have as individualized physical expressions of the infinite. Consciousness becomes the thing it creates. We are created out of it, by it, to be it. I believe the only real question is, are we willing to become it? Let's take this into prayer. And so I allow myself in this moment of this human experience that I call now, to drop into the deepest awareness available to me that there is only one infinite, ever-present magnificence, consciousness itself, the singular creative power of the universe. I recognize that I am that in form. And being one, what is true of me must be true of all. And so I allow the human me to know, to deeply know, to understand, to embrace, to embody that all life is creation in form, that life creates. And so I honor all creation. And I hold the only accountability available to me as precious, the use of consciousness that I, the individualized expression of divinity, am using. And I commit myself with each new breath to an awareness of being in alignment to the best of my ability in this human walk, to live, breathe, move in alignment with the creative essence within me, knowing that as I do, creation creates. This brings me to gratitude. It fills every cell of my human being with awe and wonder and joy. It relieves the pressure of doing. And I sit in the of being. Grateful to know this is how it works. This is how it is, that it's already done. The struggle has ended. There is no stone to move. And so I let go. I release. And I let creation create. I invite you to join me as we anchor by saying together, and so it is.
And so it is. Wow, what a powerful talk. Thank you, Rafe. So many nuggets there. I'm going to have to go back and listen to it again. I had so many things to write down. Oh, we have just received. Boy, have we received. And now we give. Let's say our prosperity affirmation together as we prepare to practice the law of circulation. Please join me in speaking our prosperity affirmation. I know that the infinite abundance of the universe is blessing and expanding my offering for the good of all. And so it is. And now I invite our virtual usher, text, check, and website to receive our gifts as we listen to another fabulous musical gift from Lynn Floyd.
I love you all. Till next time, here's my blessing for you. Love be with you, peace enfold you, spirit lift you, breathe it in. Truth come through you, may good flow to you, let joy renew you till we meet again. Love be with you, ooh, love be with you, yeah. All together, hand in hand, we see the light to take a stand, and we are changing. A whole new life for you and me. Take your past and set it free. Share this blessing. Here we go. Love be with you, peace enfold you, spirit lift you, breathe it in. Truth come through you, may good flow to you, let joy renew you till we meet again. Love be with you. Ooh, 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 love be with you. Peace enfold you, spirit lift you, breathe it in. Truth come through you, may good flow to you, and let joy renew you till we meet again. Love be with you. Ooh, 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 love be with you. Love you.
Thank you again, Gary Lynn, for that amazing Love Be With You. And thank you to each of you who gave during this offering this morning and who will give to us after this service. We gratefully receive your gifts and tithes. Your support is an investment in the vitality and the growth of your own spiritual journey and the Columbia Center for Spiritual Living and a world that works for everyone. So please join me again at home as we bless every gift given and received. Together, we receive these gifts, knowing that they nurture and support our vision of contributing to a world that works for everyone. And so it is. You can enjoy more of Gary's music by checking out his website at GaryLynnFloyd.com. What a fabulous service. Now let's bring back Rev Rafe to close out our service this morning.
Good morning again. Did you miss me? I missed you. So it is my joy to appreciate the folks that make all this happen. So thank you, Julia, for being our presider. Thank you, Claudia, for being our reader. Thank you, Reggie, for our spiritual practice this morning. Thank you to my boyfriend, Gary Lynn Floyd, for our music this morning. Thank you, Don Henderson, for being the wizard behind the curtain of our live stream. Thank you, Mary Jane Thompson, for our reading. And thank you, Don, for the behind the scenes, putting everything together that you use as the wizard behind the curtain. I want to remind everybody of our upcoming August 27th installation ordination ceremony. I want to make you aware that there is a very active and thriving food committee that is working on pulling together the stuff for the reception. Reach out to Mary Jane if you're interested in that. We are asking that everybody in the community participate by bringing a finger food dish, if you will. The specifics of that, probably best to reach out to her. She is the point on that. Zita Johnson-Betts is running the decoration team. And so if you have ideas about that or want to participate, reach out to Miss Zita about that. We will need some help setting up, and really, most importantly, we need help cleaning up at the end. So those are two teams that we're working on filling. If you are willing to lead either of those teams, please get in touch with me and we will figure out what that looks like. So I invite you to join us next week. We're launching into a new month, the theme of which is My Passion, My Purpose. And the talk will be on awakening your passion. Yeah, that's just going to be fun stuff. I cannot wait. So this is the affirmation I offer you for the week. And I'm going to read it through once and invite you to read it with me. I release the limitations of my human plans and open to life expressing its greatest idea of itself as my life. Let's say that together. I release the limitations of my human plans and open to life expressing its greatest idea of itself as my life. Now, if you're like me, you might need some assistance wrapping yourself around that and certainly stepping into it. And we have a team of amazing practitioners that are available to support you in doing just that. You can reach out to them through the website, or you can just simply submit a prayer request to prayer@columbiacsl.com, and the entire ecclesiastical team will pray with you on your behalf for the entire week. I hope you will choose to avail yourself of this gift. So, hope you'll join us in the after chat. So on behalf of the entire Columbia Center for Spiritual Living community, thank you for being a part of our spiritual experience today. Please remember to check out our announcement slides at the end of the service, and I will see you shortly in the after chat. Much love.
When I was a boy, each week on Sunday we would go to church and pay attention to the priest. And he would read the holy word and consecrate the holy bread, and everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. And when I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two, and Jesus made the water wine. And I remember feeling sad. Miracles don't happen still. Now I can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle. Wine from water is not so small, better magic trick is that anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but finding where there isn't one. When holy water was rare at best, it barely wet my fingertips. Now I have to hold my breath like I'm swimming in a sea of it. It used to be a world half there, heaven's second rate hand me down. But I walk it with the Reverend there, 'cause everything is holy now. hard to say. See another new morning come. Say it's not a sacrament. I tell you that it can't be done. This morning outside I stood, I saw a little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush and singing like a scripture verse. It made me want to bow my head. I remember when church let out, how things have changed since then. Everything is holy now. It used to be a world half there, heaven's second-rate hand-me-down, but I walk it with a reverend air, 'cause everything is holy